Ladies and gentlemen, Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to AEW All In 2024 review show. This will be kind of a quick little review show, kind of like a little recap, sort of kind of winging this because not going to have a whole lot of time to do everything tomorrow. Got some travels to do for work, but folks don't care about that. You're here to talk about the All In 2024. Of course, this year's All In took place in Wembley Stadium, like it did last year. Of course, next year's it'll be taking place in Arlington, Texas, but they will be back in London for the Forbidden Door pay per view happening in 2025. Hey, so far, if you're digging what you're hearing, hit the like button in the comments. Let me know how you felt about this year's All In. Also, uh, even if you just want to just drop by and say hello, I'll say hello right back. So, whatever you want to put in the comments is fine with me. And be a champ and click on that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you know about all my content that comes out. Well, with all that bullshit out of the way, let's let it rip. Like I said, I'm going to keep it as brief as I can. Like I said, I got some more work stuff to get going here before I travel in the morning, so I'll make this as quick as possible. First off, we got the Trios ladder match. Of course, this is for the AEW Trios Tag Championship. It pitted the Patriarchy, Christian Cage, Killswitch, and Nick Wayne, along with Mother Wayne, going against the Bang Bang Gang, Juice Robinson, Austin, and Colton Gunn, versus the House of Black, Malachi Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, the Eddie Gilbert of our generation. I might explain that one other day, but me, Buddy came over, we both watched it, and I said, "Hey, Buddy Murphy, he's the Eddie Gilbert of our generation." I explained that come Thursday's Spot Show live stream. So if you want to watch that, get in the chat, ask me why. I thought Buddy Murphy, I think Buddy Murphy is this generation's Eddie Gilbert. Anyway, like I said, trying to keep this brief. Let's see. Of course, the mystery team who got a shot at the championships is Pac with Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. Pretty good ladder match. I mean, you got all the fixings here. You got your tables, plenty of tope suicidas, suicidas, tortillas, whatever you want to call it. Suicide dives and dives, flips, stuff like that. Also, like I say, you got your tables done. Got all the good stuff done. All the good cool spots you can do the small ladder until they broke up the big ladder. Had some teases of people going up there, didn't quite make it. Looked like the Patriarchy was going to steal another one because you know Killswitch was trying to push Christian, of course, up the ladder, but they got taken out. Pac was able to shoot up that ladder, grab a tag strap, and now your trios tag champions are Pac, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta. Of course, Pac is a hometown boy from England, so this was a pretty good, cool moment for him, I do believe. So, it definitely got a pop out of the crowd. The crowd definitely loved that finish. All right, second match of the night is for the AEW Women's Championship. It is the Glamour Mariah May going against Timeless Tony Storm. Decent little match here. That Mariah May, she was definitely going for her heat, total heat, trying to get the crowd to boo her, and she was quite successful. I don't think she really needed to do too much uh, antics to garner the hate because this crowd was definitely behind Tony Storm. Tony Storm, of course, I believe it's from New England or New Zealand. New Zealand. Of course, Mariah May, she's the hometown girl. Like I said, she drew a lot of heat when she slapped her own mother. Uh, but like I said, pretty good back and forth match here. Uh, Tony Storm would hit the Eye of the Storm on Mariah May on the steps towards the beginning of the match, causing her to get a little color there. But in the end, it was Mariah May, the shock of everybody, hitting the Eye of the Storm on or Storm Zero, excuse me, on Tony Storm to secure the win. So Brian May pinned Tony Storm with Tony Storm's own move, and now Brian May is the new AEW Women's Champion. Next up is a match for the FTW Championship. Of course, I've definitely made my opinion clear how I feel about this particular championship, uh, along with some others, but this one in particular. Uh, Go back and watch last or this past Thursday's Spot Show live stream. I definitely talked about this, but uh, it is for the World FTW Championship. Chris Jericho calls it for the world. Um, they say so. Fuck the world, but anyways, Chris Jericho, the Learning Tree, defending against Hook. It looked bleak for Hook in the beginning as Brian Keith and the Big Bill, the Big Redwood, and the Bad Apple jumped on Hook from the beginning. Of course, Jericho joined in and putting the boots to him as well, but Hook was able to fight back. Taz was getting a little steam. He was getting a little steam. So when it looked like Brian Keith was about to interfere again, Taz exits the podium, grabbed Brian Keith, put him in the rear naked choke. As Hook had Chris Jericho in the rear naked choke, Jericho tapped out. Your winner and new FTW champion is Hook. I think this is the third time he has won that championship. So congratulations to him. All right, next up is a three-way for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. The champions, the Young Bucks, the EVPs, defending against FTR and the Acclaimed. Like I said, another good match. Can't complain about it. A lot of stealing the finishers, or not a few of that. Some cooperation from people finishers, like I believe it was Max and helping out Cash Wheeler getting the Shatter Machine on one of the Bucks. I believe it was Nicholas or Matthew. Um, Actually, Max helped Matt hit the EVP trigger on another member of FTR. A lot of little near falls here, teases here. Looked like the Acclaim was about to win it when Billy Gunn helped out uh, when Young Bucks was about to hit. I believe it was Anthony Bowen with a title belt, but Billy Gunn got in there, hit the famous hurt on the belt, rolled him over, but they only got a 2 count. In the end, though, it was EVP on or the EVP trigger on Jax Harwood. 1, 2, 3. You're still your AEW World Tag Team Champions is the Young Bucks. However, after the match, the Grizzly Young Vets entered the ring, got in Young Bucks' face. Matthew and Nicholas decided to exit the ring, and they decided to whoop on FTR since they're on one still in the ring. Uh, Basically making their giving everybody notice that they're there and they're wanting to go after those tag team straps themselves. All right, next up was the Casino Gauntlet match. Of course, this girl wins this will be get a guaranteed shot at the world title. Uh, like those qualifier match doesn't guarantee it for the world title match anyway, or any title match. Again, anyway, a few little surprises. We got Nigel McGuinness. He made a little return to the ring. Got a huge ovation from the crowd. Great exchange between him and Zack Sabre. Zack Sabre Jr. Did I say Sabre? Excuse me. Zack Sabre Jr. Like I said, great exchange with him. Talented guy himself. Wonder what. Let me know in the chat. Did he like re-sign with New Japan recently, or is he kind of looking maybe come stateside, either WWE or AEW? Let me know in the comments if you don't mind. I totally forgot. Uh, but another surprise is the debut of Ricochet. Yes, Ricochet, who left WWE recently. I guess it's safe to say now that he is all elite now. He made his debut in the Gauntlet. Another kind of surprised me. It wasn't Adam Page, who won the gauntlet match. Killswitch, who was announced as Luchadores, came to the ring and helped Christian win the gauntlet match. So he will be getting a guaranteed title shot sometime soon. All right, next up is for the AEW American Championship. The champion MJF defending against Will Ospreay. Another fine match here. Don't think it was good as their match they had a few weeks ago. The match where MJF won the title, but this was still pretty good. Still some of the same stuff, but that's still pretty good. Little surprise here, as MJF's trying to steal another one. A masked figure appeared, uh, nailed MJF. Uh, that masked figure wound up being Daniel Garcia, so I guess Daniel Garcia will be sticking around. Of course, this caused a distraction with MJF when he finally turned back around. There was Will Ospreay, uh, took him down. Then it was time for the moment of truth. He hooked it, went for it, hit the Tiger Driver 91, 2, 3. The winner and new international champion now is Will Ospreay. Yes, I had a little, not really a ceremony, just Christopher Daniels came to the ring with another belt in a bag and uh, pulled it out. Was the international championship, presented it to Will Ospreay. Made sure the announcer said, "Hey, the new AEW international champion is Will Ospreay." So that was pretty cool. Again, the hometown crowd being happy about that one. Seemed like they kind of took a break. I guess they got a little tired, so they were a little silent on some of the match until the end. They kind of pulled back up. All right, next up is for the TBS Championship. The champion Mercedes Monet defending against a AEW original, uh, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Uh, Not great. uh, we kind of noticed things. It felt like things were in like slow motion. It's like they had, this is kind of my complaint about Britt Baker's matches. They all she seems to want to do a lot, but it's all got to be done real slow. That way she can pull it off instead of, being in one smooth motion. Um, and this way, this match was not one of Mercedes Moné's great matches. But anyway, uh, it is what it is. It has some shenanigans from Camille during the match. And at one point, I hate seeing this. And when my buddy was over here, we looked at it, it's like, what's the point of that? Basically, they try and get the CML or the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. Uh, Camille was trying to hit Britt Baker, but Swan dropped it. Britt Baker took the championship as the ref was distracted with Mercedes Moné when she was trying to use the TBS championship. Of course, as soon as the referee was about to turn around, threw it to Camille. She fell down, and I'm thinking it's like, okay, you seen Camille with a championship. Uh, Britt Baker's down, match over, disqualification. No, signal her to leave the ring premises. Um, I think there's better ways to do that, and that's what's sad. If I can sit there and think of better ways to pull that sequence off, kind of bad. So anyway, didn't matter. Mercedes Moné wound up hitting the money maker on Britt Baker for the 1, 2, 3. So still, your TBS champion is Mercedes Moné, your CEO. All right, next up is the coffin match for the TNT Championship. The champion Jack Perry going against Darby Allin. Darby Allin had things pretty much kind of going his way. Uh, Hit a missile drop. Jack Perry was sitting on a chair outside the ring. Uh, Darby Allin went to the top rope, hit a missile drop kick from the top rope to the floor. Looked pretty good. Again, Darby Allin did a bunch of stuff, but pretty much lost it when he went for a suicide dive and wound up hitting the coffin instead. Jack Perry didn't went in and tied or taped up Darby's hands and tied up his feet, put him in a body bag, dragged him to the coffin, put him in there, hit a knee strike, shut the coffin. Jack Perry wins the match, and here comes the EVPs, the Young Bucks. Uh, they don't really look like gas; look like either sweet tea or uh, or coffee or something like that. It was pretty brown. So they poured a little bit in the coffin, shut the coffin, poured a little bit, was supposed to be gas, I guess, on top of the coffin. As Jack Perry's was going to lit up, Steeny's music hits. Uh, Search and Destroy, the Metallica song that he used in the later part of WCW. He comes to a ring, chases Jack Perry off, double Scorpion Death Drop on the Young Bucks, gets a big crowd ovation, opens up the coffin. Of course, definitely knew it wasn't gas because either Darby Allin would have been high as a kite or half dead because of the fumes, but I digress. So he pulls Darby Allin out, head to the back. Everybody's happy. Crowd's woken back up from the previous match and ready for the main event now. All right, now it's time for your main event. It is the AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland versus the career of Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson. Excuse me. Anyway, once Swerve got the advantage, he did everything he said he was going to do, trying to dismantle, meticulously dismantle Bryan Danielson as much as he can, but couldn't keep Bryan Danielson down. Finally made a big comeback. Thought he was going to put it away with that knee strike, but Swerve just brushed it off. Hit I think about 3 house calls. Uh, Went for the pin, 1, 2. Bryan Danielson kicked out. Hit the uh, uh, big pressure move. Uh, Bryan, Bryan Danielson kicked out of that. Hit another one. Bryan Danielson kicked out of that one. Hit a couple of knee strikes. And then Bryan Danielson came back, hit a couple of those dragon knee strikes on Swerve Strickland, but Swerve Strickland, to his credit, he kicked out 2. Uh, then the uh, Rhinestone Cowboy himself, Adam Page, made his way to the ring. Thought he was going to interfere, but it did get Swerve Strickland's attention. Looked like he was going for another drive by there. Uh, but like I said, did not um, didn't interfere, but did get Swerve Strickland's attention enough for Bryan Danielson to hit another one of those knee strikes, uh, label lock. Then when Swerve Strickland was about to reverse it, uh, some what do you call it, joint manipulation. Uh, Bryan Danielson broke a couple of his fingers, slapped in the Rings of Saturn move, and to my surprise, I'm pretty sure a lot of people's surprises, uh, Swerve Strickland tapped out, and now your new AEW champion is Bryan Danielson, wife and kids, along with Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli. Got in the ring, nice little celebration, the confetti, the fireworks, the whole celebration started. So uh, looks like Bryan Danielson's going to be around for a few more weeks at least, or a few more months. Who knows? But good match. Just did not expect Swerve Strickland to lose, especially a tap out loss. So, uh, not complaining. Swerve Strickland's still young, so for sure he'll get a couple more runs as the champion. Was just reading a second ago that he signed a contract extension, so looks like he'll be around later. Probably talk more about this pay per view and other things. Well, since I'm going to plug, let me plug my other stuff. Uh, quickly here. Every Tuesday, I do a trivia show called Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, where I ask 5 questions, all dealing with sport professional wrestling. Like I said, I usually have those uploaded on Tuesday. I also do a WWE Raw recap show. Of course, this week's Raw will be the go home show before the Bash and Berlin Premium live event. So I'm pretty sure a lot of build up to that show will be uh, talked about on the recap and on Raw. I also do an AEW recap, Dynamite recap show. Of course, this week's Dynamite will be the aftermath of today's pay per view, AEW All In 2024 in Wembley Stadium. Be interesting to see where maybe things go. So uh, maybe a little bit of things have changed now. I think Mark Henry's the booker now. So maybe now we're going to start building some storylines. Interesting to see what they may do with Ricochet. So definitely tune into that. Usually have that up on Thursdays. Speaking of Thursdays, I do a live stream called Spot Show Live Stream with me, Ronald Ray, every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Friday morning in Japan, and 5 a.m. Friday morning in India. Of course, we do another little quick review talking about uh, today's AEW All In pay per view at Wembley Stadium. Also, doing a little prediction show for WWE Bash at Berlin, which will be next weekend. Now, if you're not totally into today's wrestling, or if you're a young fan, want to know what happened, a little bit of the history of pro wrestling, I got something for you. Another live stream on Friday nights called Wrestling Gold Friday Night. That's every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Saturday morning in Japan, and 5 a.m. Saturday morning in India. I do a Today in Wrestling History. Also, we do a watch along featuring a show from usually around the 80s. I don't think I've found anything from the 70s. I do believe I've already mentioned this Friday night. We're going to do watch along from Southeastern Championship Wrestling, probably around 84, somewhere between 83, 84, 85. See if I can find some good footage of that. Uh, and that will be the cap off the Wrestling Gold. So, yeah, appreciate everybody tuning in. Uh, like I said before, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, hit me up in the comments, uh, even just to say hello. I do appreciate all of that and appreciate all you folks watching. Until next time, I hope you folks have a good one. Take it easy. Hey there, thank you for checking this out. If you enjoyed it, share with friends, drop a like button, leave a comment. Also, be a champ and hit that subscribe button. You can also check me out on social media, Facebook at Ronald Ray, on X or Twitter is RPATRPTV46. Until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.